Howdy folks, Hillbilly here, back on our first adventure for 2019. Osha, Kaylee and I are here at Route 311 outside of Catawba, Virginia. We're going to do a 20-mile section from here to Daleville, over McAfee Knob, and Tanker Cliffs. I did this section a few years ago. Didn't take any video or pictures back then, but figured I'd come back again and do it again. I got some gear to test before we head down to Georgia here in about 3 weeks. So out here doing some testing, doing some hiking, and plan on having a good time. So appreciate y'all tagging along again with me. And without further ado, let's roll. Alright folks, so we're just heading out of the, I think it's called the John Springs shelter. It's only about a mile into the hike. Just stopped and just checked out the shelter, signed the logbook, took a very brief break. It's good to be back out on trail though. It's been a little while. I know I got a little bit of a slow start to this year on the channel. Still haven't done my gear video or anything. I've actually been quite busy. Life's been throwing a lot of curveballs at me. Had started the year buying my new home, which is awesome. I got settled into there and unfortunately ended up losing my dog of about 10 years, my best friend. So that was and still is very difficult. So that's kind of kept me off trail, just dealing with life. So yeah, I'm glad to be out here. It's long overdue. See, I've done this section before many years ago. I've got some pictures and such from the summit of McAfee, which is good because I may not get a view today. Looks like it's looking like we're probably going to be socked in up there, but we'll see. But yeah, it just feels good already. I'm only a mile in. I already feel much better. Trying out some new shoes. Got some Ultra, the Temp 1.5s. I was looking at the Lone Peaks. But I tried on these Temps and I really liked them. They seem to fit me a little better, so I'm trying those. Make sure they're going to work for Georgia. If they don't work, I'll go back to the trusty oboes. I really enjoyed the oboes, but I found that after about 4 or 5 days of hiking, my pinky toes would start to get into a little bit of trouble. Nothing real bad, nothing that ever kept me from hiking, but just a little trouble. So I decided to try these Ultras. They got the real wide toe box and keep some of that friction off my pinky toes. Got some new hiking poles here. Finally traded in the Walmart ones. I've been using Walmart hiking poles for my entire hiking life. I decided to put some money into some hiking poles. So I got some black diamonds and giving them a whirl here too. Anyway, we're still climbing up. Like I said, we got Osha with us as usual. Kaylee's back along with us. I think she was in my Kelly Knob or Rocky Gap video. I can't remember what it was titled, from a couple years ago. But anyway, folks, we're out here. We're having fun. It's beautiful out, snowy, a little foggy. Very, very beautiful. Hey, look, we found people we know on trail. Kara and Little Trooper. And we got, was it Christian and Jay? Christian and Jay?
Yep.
Sorry if you guys didn't want to be on camera. I didn't mean to throw it in your face there.
He's a famous YouTuber, don't you know?
But famous, yeah, right? Marginally.
What's your channel?
Hillbilly Hikes.
Hillbilly Hikes.
Yep.
Okay, I'll look it up.
So that was pretty cool running into Kara and her friends there. I knew she was going to be out here this weekend. We had actually originally planned on meeting up here and them continuing on with us. But I think it was just a little bit too chilly out for the quilts and such that they brought. But so that's okay, but I'm glad we got to cross paths with them. Kara, if you're watching this, Howdy. Yeah, we're still working our way up McAfee. Still foggy, still damp. Not too bad though, still beautiful out. Can't deny it. Onward and upward. Alright folks, here we are. The famous McAfee knob. McAfee, I'm still not sure exactly how you say it, but it doesn't really matter. Y'all know where I am. Man, you can see for feet. So OSHA getting him a piece of McAfee. Yeah, folks, we made it to the top. Unfortunately, there is absolutely zero view. That's okay. Still glad to be here. Climb up Tinker is a pretty decent one too, but still not as long or tall as this one is.
Tinker today or
Today. If we could see, Tinker was straight ahead that way. You can actually see this ridge wind around right here. Comes to a stop at Tinker and then cuts back that way again. Just sitting here at the Campbell shelter. Just came down off of McAfee. Pretty socked in today. I figured it would be. It's alright. I've seen the view here before, so I'm not too disappointed. Anyway, it's kind of got a nice kind of eerie feel to the woods today. Not a bad eerie, but kind of, I don't know, mysterious kind of feel. Real foggy, snowy, very quiet, very still. I don't know, it's a cool feeling. Having a good time today. I'm still feeling good. It's just supposed to start raining around like 3 or 4 o'clock, so hopefully I'll get to our destination before then. If not, oh well, I've got rain gear. Here comes Osha and Kaylee. Frog togging it up.
Look at this little hobbit fucking hole. That's pretty sweet. I guess you're on video. I'm trying to edit that one out.
Yep, thanks for cussing in my PG-13 videos.
Look, man, I didn't know you were videotaping. Just like sitting here.
Is that a little train over there?
Yep, anyway, we're going to take a little breather and keep on going.
Yeah, that's how it was.
Into another, supposed to be an overlook here. See the AT skirts straight up this rock face right here. It's pretty cool. I remember this spot from last time. Anyway, doesn't look too slick. It's not really wet. Cruising along. I think we're about 4 miles from the shelter. May or may not beat the rain. Not sure. Alright folks, just getting up here to Tinker Cliffs. Of course, it's kind of the same deal as McAfee Knob where it's all socked in, but it's a really cool stretch of trail. The blazes lead you. See, there's a blaze right there. It leads you along the cliff edge here for, I don't know, about 1/4 to a half a mile, somewhere in between there. And it's quite a beautiful area when it's not socked in with fog. But anyway, I think there's a little less than 2 miles left to the shelter from here. It's still not raining yet, so that's good. We are done climbing for the day, which is good. And like I said, yeah, short little downhill run to Lambert Meadows shelter, where we'll pack it in for the night and start relaxing and eating. All right, folks, we're here at the end of the day. We got to the Lambert's Meadows shelter, and there's people with tents set up inside of it and hammocks hung up inside of it and everything else. It's kind of frustrating. It's going to be a rainy night, and you know, 2 or 3 people have a 6-person shelter, you know, crammed full of tents and hammocks, and don't leave any room for anybody else. But anyway, something to consider, folks, when you come out here. If you're not well versed in trail etiquette, don't set your tents up in a shelter. If it's nighttime and you're still the only person there, that's one thing, but still early, people rolling in, real bad etiquette there. Anyway, we got a nice tent spot right here on the banks of Sawmill Creek, or Sawmill Run, just down the hill from the shelter, Lambert's Meadow. So yeah, got here before the rain, got my tent set up before the rain, so I'm happy about that. I'm gonna go ahead and get all my stuff set up, mattress blown up, and sit back and relax a little bit, wait for this rain to move on in, and cook some dinner. Probably end up with an early bedtime. Good morning, folks. Just getting up here. Just got camp packed up and getting ready to head out for the day. I had a pretty decent night's sleep last night. Definitely rained quite a bit last night. Got pretty condensated in the tent, but I mean, that's kind of to be expected when you camp right next to a creek during the rain. But anyway, it's supposed to turn into a nice day today, so I'm looking forward to that. It's still a little chilly right now. And we're going to hit these 9.5 miles down into Daleville and hopefully have another great day. So let's get going. Let's get near this overlook. Let's see if we might actually be able to get a view this time. Looks like we got something. Hot dog. Hey, it's definitely better than it was yesterday. And even this morning there was a little overlook a little while back that I actually camped at last time I came through here, and it was completely socked in, so I didn't stop. But looks like we got a nice one this morning. I don't know if we're maybe 2 or 3 miles past Lambert's Meadow shelter here. The little overlook's got a sign out there marking where it is, so you can't miss it. There's the Peaks of Otter way there in the back. Pretty cool, man. The Catawba Valley, very beautiful. Nice to finally get a view. It's definitely turning into a heck of a nice day so far. It's probably about 50 degrees. As you can tell, the fog and stuff is slowly rolling out. We have Carvin's Cove on the other side of the ridge here, which is contributing to a lot of this. There's supposed to be some views of that, but with all that fog coming up out of there, we may not get views of that. We'll see, though. Anyway, beautiful day. Good views of Carvin's Cove down there, up here at Hay Rock. Still walking along these ridges. It's a beautiful, beautiful day out today. That point right back there is the end of this ridge walk. Is where we'll be heading down into Daleville. So we'll ridge walk ourselves over to there, catching views of Carvin's Cove along the way. Man, we're just loaded with views today. This whole ridge has just been one view after another. This is that point I was referring to earlier that we had to hike toward. Yeah, it's looking out toward Roanoke. Carvin's Cove. I don't know if you could pick up on the camera how much higher the Carvin's Cove Reservoir sits than the town down below there. Pretty wild. It's kind of up here in this little small valley in these mountains. Man, it couldn't be a better day. Sunshine, a little breezy. Probably 65, 70 degrees out today. It's just absolutely beautiful. Perfect day. Definitely a complete contrast from yesterday, that's for sure. Nothing but fog and snow and slush and mist, and it had its own charm to it, but I'll take this over that any day of the week. But we're getting ready to start our descent down into Daleville, so I think it's maybe 2 miles left. So yeah, we'll see you at the bottom. Across the train tracks here, getting down to the bottom of the mountain. I tell you, it's been really, really muddy as we've gotten toward the bottom of the mountain here. The old, well, not old, the new Ultra temps here are getting a little bit of a workout. Not waterproof shoes at all, so I've definitely been feeling the wetness, but they also seem to dry pretty quick, so no complaints. I definitely like them so far. They will definitely be making the trip to Georgia with me. But anyway, folks, yeah, like I said, we are almost done. Almost down to the end of the line here. Alright, folks, just getting here to the end of the line. Back at Valley Cleaners. Right here off of Route 220, Daleville, Virginia. So yeah, this is it. I think it was just shy of 20 miles on this section, 19.8, something like that. But yeah, like I said, I just came out to do some gear testing, which went really well. Came here because you know, it's been a couple months since I've been out, and you know, my family and I have been through some things here lately, so it's good to get my mind clear, get my soul clear back out here in the mountains. It always tends to do that for me. So yeah, folks, I appreciate you tuning in again, tagging along. Yesterday's weather was a little sketchy, but today it was absolutely perfect. Had a good time anyway. Getting prepped for Georgia here in a little less than 3 weeks, folks. We're heading down to Springer Mountain. We plan to hike 109 miles north to Winding Stair Gap in North Carolina. So yeah, really excited for that, guys. Keep an eye out for that. And until next time, thanks for watching Hillbilly Hikes.